Now, I'm sure you guys know the drill. Samuro is the hero that will be released next in Heroes of the Storm, and as of today, he is available on the Heroes of the Storm PTR. So, I am pretty sure that right now there's about 10,000 Samuros trying to queue up a game, and no one is really playing any of the other heroes, because then you may as well just go to the live version of the game, right? We are just gonna sit here, we're just gonna smile and wait, and hope to find a match. In the meantime, we'll have to make sure we work on our Blademaster impressions. From Warcraft 3, of course.
Yes, Lord.
Yes, Lord.
What task is there?
What task is there?
I hear and obey.
I hear you and obey.
Yes.
Yes.
Taste my blade.
A taste of my blade.
For the burning blade.
For the burning blade. So I wouldn't be surprised, even though it says 461 seconds, that is not going to be entirely accurate. Here's what I can do. I can tweet about it, see if there's anyone else to group up with. Anyone available? Because, I mean, you know, already about 800 seconds have gone by right now, and I haven't really found a game just yet. 3, 2, 1. 1,000 seconds waiting queue. Nice. Now, just to clarify, by the way, in the live version of the game, it only takes a couple of seconds to find a match, but on the PTR, with only one new introduction in Heroes and not really any kind of additional balance changes, 2,000 seconds. Whoa, whoa, I got a game. Woo! No, no, no. Start the countdown. Start the countdown, game. A player you were matched with has left the game or disconnected from the service. No. Alright, new plan. I've scoured the internet in search for friends, and I finally found a couple. Let's see if this queue time goes a little faster. We got one! Woo! Don't bug out. Don't bug out. Do not bug out, game. Just start the countdown. Start rolling. No. Oh. Alrighty, so here we are in a game. It's time for us to get started. Now, one thing to keep in mind, though, is that I obviously haven't played this hero just yet, and I'm gonna have to definitely work a little bit on my skill and all that. It's gonna take a little bit of time, but I actually thought him to be much flimsier. I'm doing a lot of damage here. Wow. Alright, alright, alright. So first and foremost, let's talk about my passive ability. That actually turned out to do a lot of damage there to Chen as well. That's crazy. Anyway, let's talk about, I'm gonna go towards the middle lane. Oh no, oh no. Whew. Let's talk about his passive ability. So whenever I do any kind of damage... Oh, got him! Come here, Nazebo. Nazebo, come here. So whenever I do any kind of damage to a hero... What is he doing? You think this guy's been drinking? Oh no. Got him. So whenever I do any kind of damage to a hero, so that's gonna be an opposing hero, I will gain 25% extra movement speed, which is super, super good. That's just my passive ability. So that means I can get out of trouble very, very easily, and I can get in the battle rather straightforward as well. Now, I'm obviously going to be the Blademaster from Warcraft, right? I'm sure most of you will know that hero. In case you are completely unfamiliar, he is from the... Oh, man. He's from the Burning Blade clan. He's pretty freaking powerful, it turns out. I gotta get out. Oh, no. Look, no. And his abilities are exactly the same from Warcraft as well. Very, very similar. I think we're just gonna go ahead and you know, try and play some survivability here as well. Alright. So, as far as my abilities go, they're exactly the same as the ones from Warcraft, okay? First and foremost, I got my mirror images on my Q ability. Very, very good ability, as it allows me to get some additional damage in. But more importantly, distract the opponents on where I'm currently located. Next up, I got my W ability as well. This will create a critical strike chance for me. That is basically 100%. I'm gonna get out. And then last but not least, I got my Windwalk ability as well. And the Windwalk ability, as you can see, is very helpful, as it allows me to get out of trouble very, very, very quickly. Now, notice, by the way, I don't have any mana whatsoever. I can use these abilities constantly, which is the kind of hero that I really, really enjoy playing. I'm a massive fan of heroes that I can, you know, spam abilities on in that regard, because it makes me feel way more comfortable. But all in all, it seems like he's a really powerful choice. I didn't think him to be very sustainable. We're gonna go for you. There we go. Ooh. Got some Samuro on Samuro action right here. Although that was a fake one. They look exactly the same. Obviously on my screen they look a little bit differently. Alright. As long as I have my E ability off cooldown, we're gonna be in a good spot. But I thought for a second that I was attacking the correct Samuro there. So that is why everyone is targeting my mirror images as well so much. You could see that, right? People are targeting it like mad, assuming that it's gonna be the real one. I'm gonna get out. I saw a little shade there. So we know for a fact that that was definitely going to be their Samuro. And I'm gonna have to get at. Yeah, you can see that. The one thing to note though is that the mirror images that I have on my Q ability. Oh, there we go. Nice one. The mirror images that I have on my Q ability are a little bit differently than... Oh man, we're gonna still have to get over there? Wow. They move around a little bit differently. It's sort of like Nova's, you know, copies as well. Anyhow, I think we're gonna go ahead and pick the Burning Blade here, because there's gonna be a lot of grouping up on this map in general. Did we get it already? Come on! Really? Artanis is gonna try and stop us? But we're gonna group up quite a lot here, and there we go. I think this is quite helpful so far. So hold on, let me have a look. How's my hero damage looking right now? It's nothing too amazing. Obviously, this is the first game as well that we're playing on him, which makes it a little bit more tricky. But I'm rather impressed with his hero damage, though. It seems to be really, really, really high. He's gonna try. He's always gonna bait me into that thing. Look at that, though. That does so much damage. Oh my god, I'm really impressed by it. Hero damage-wise, we aren't at a super high level just yet, and obviously that's mostly because, well, Runok right here, or Trinu Bear, only plays Sergeant Hammer. He's really, really good with him. He's got like over 1,000 games logged with him. Probably the best Sergeant Hammer player that I know. But either way, he's obviously also a ranged assassin, or a specialist rather. Well, he's practically an assassin. But so far, it looks like we're in a pretty good spot. Now, bottom lane is being pushed in quite heavily. That tower is not in a very great position. But if we can pick off a hero, that would be very nice. See if we could maybe start dealing some damage to some of them. Alright. I guess a little bit of extra damage here doesn't really hurt anyone. One thing to keep in mind, though, is that we gotta be rather careful about our positioning. Because without my E ability on cooldown, or with my E ability on cooldown, I'm gonna have a very hard time grabbing anyone. But I can use it to close the distance as well. The cooldown is only 10 seconds. Got him. And you can always catch up on enemies just like that. Get him, get him, get him. Nice. Beautiful. Alright, get back into the combat. Oh man, this is a great hero. I'm a massive fan from Warcraft 3. Like, some of you may not be aware of that. But I'm a massive fan of Warcraft 3 in general. Great game. There he is in the back. Oh, actually I chose the wrong one, but either way, looks like we managed to obtain a lot of damage there. So, for the, you know, just for this video, I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Bladestorm Ultimate. I think the Illusion Master is probably going to be a little bit more fun to mess around with, but just because it's my first game, I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Bladestorm. So the Illusion Master allows you to do all kinds of stuff with your mirror images, control them a lot more efficiently and all that kind of stuff. I think that's gonna be rather helpful. Blademaster is, or blade spinning, or what's it called? Bladestorm rather. This basically spins around the character and does a lot of damage. You can control it as well, but you're not invulnerable while that's going on. So, you know, that's one thing to keep in mind. I'm just gonna get at. No reason to be this deep. No reason to go this deep. Lily, in the meantime, pushing in that bottom lane like a champ. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use my my Bladestorm whenever there's like several enemies around, just like this. As you can see, I can move at the same time as well. Super helpful. I think I can get him. Alright, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not, maybe not. Lowko, you idiot. Little too fast, little too far. Chen is still Chen. One of the most sustainable characters in the game. Alright, let me mount up real quick and grab myself that little bit of healing. But so far, though, I am really impressed with how this is playing out. Usually, I have a whole lot of trouble trying out, you know, new heroes and all that shenanigans. But so far, I gotta say, we seem to be able to damage through his healing. Well, with several heroes, that is. Very good. And while I don't know which exactly is the real one, I think all things considered, this is looking pretty good for us. Gonna have to get over there. One thing to note as well about the Windwalk is that it moves through any kind of enemies and whatnot as well, which is super good. Super, super good. Now, they have made a couple of minor patch changes, by the way. It's not like they aren't, you know, making any changes. As far as I know, there are a couple of minor changes to it. But the main addition in this patch is going to be the brawls, and obviously the brawls are going to be really fun. I definitely will be making videos about that too, so if you are interested, do make sure to subscribe down below so you get a notification when I upload it. Which one is the real one? I mean, it doesn't really matter. I can just kill his mirror images just fine as well. Doesn't count as a kill or whatever. Obviously, if you see one hovering in the back, you know exactly which one is the real one. They do a bunch of damage as well, by the way. So he's just gonna keep on pushing onwards here. They don't really do all too much. Let's just get out of here. No reason for us to go too deep. Gonna head towards the middle lane here as well. And I think we're gonna go ahead and attacks reduce the mirror image's cooldown. That's really good. Windwalker rates and damage is really good too. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and pick that. I think that would be a little better for us. He's going for a heavy zombie walk or zombie wall kind of build here. I could have had him for sure. How long is the cooldown on my ulti? 110? Alright, that's a long time. Okay. Oh man. Oh man. I'm stuck! Oh. I am stuck. That was really silly of me. I definitely did not need to die there. I got stuck there in his Bladestorm. I thought that I had my E ability off cooldown, so I pressed the button for it. But obviously I had just used it, and we actually end up losing quite a couple of our heroes there. That was a little bit too aggressive. Alright, getting back into the swing of things. We've got to make sure here that we get everything that we need. As far as our damage output goes, that is. Obviously, we do still have that talent lead as well, but they can definitely come back from this. That's the nice thing about Heroes of the Storm. There's always a chance of coming back. Always a way you can get back into the game, even if you're very, very far behind. But so far, it's looking pretty good. Obviously, that is going to be the fake one. We can take out that Gargantuan quite easily, though, if he's just going to put it out in the middle of nowhere. Okay. We're just looking for a solid engagement here. Don't know if he's got the mush bit. We're doing a lot of damage, though. That Q ability is really good, too. I thought it was just going to be a bunch of mirror images, but it really is turning out to be super powerful. Well, I guess we can just push. I mean, no reason to get too aggressive, I suppose, but I can pretty much always get out as long as I have my E ability off cooldown. The 10-second cooldown, it's one of those things where you can probably use it to get into the combat, but also to get out of the combat. Alright. We should probably just head towards the top lane. Let's just go ahead and head over there. We still have a talent lead here for the moment, but it's probably gonna be gone by the time that, you know, that level hits. But that's fine. I think we'll be okay here. Truth be told, you still get a whole lot of benefits as well. Got it already. Wow, he didn't go for the mush pit? Alright, well that makes it much easier for us to decide when we want to go in. Get him, Lowko. Got him. Alright. Obviously, this does make us unstoppable as well. But, I'm not gonna lie. I think it is time for us to go and get started on the boss. So far, it's looking really good. I think you mostly want to use the ultimate. Oh, man, that was pretty dumb. I think you mostly want to go ahead and use the ultimate whenever there are several enemies nearby. For single target damage, it's not really what you want to do. There we go. It sort of feels like Chen's ultimate as well, by the way. Okay, here we go. Really? Is he gonna go in just like that? I don't know about that being the correct decision here, Mr. ETC. I haven't picked a talent yet, by the way, because I have no idea what to pick. Alright, hold on. What are we gonna pick? Attacks from Windwalk to increase damage. Always critically strike disabled targets. Advancing strike increases attack speed. We'll go with that. Because that's basically active at all times. Man, there are a lot of enemies over here. My critical strike is dealing work. Because obviously it's dealing splash damage to all nearby targets. And it looks like we got the upper hand of that engagement. I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can find him. Because we saw him go over there. Oh, no. Oh. He got it just like that. Ooh. Looks like ETC once again wants to go in. They're playing extremely aggressive. A little bit too much so. Obviously, ETC is definitely a very sustainable target. But our boss is still going to town. Or at the very least. It was going to town there for a little while. Let's just get a curse. Careful. Just wait for curse. Oh, well. I didn't know that Chen was over there. I don't know what Chen was doing over there either. Alright. So every, there's one more thing to note, by the way, about my W ability. Is that it doesn't just trigger an ultimate charge. As you may expect it to. Wow, that was the worst ulti I've done on this hero so far. But it also has a passive where every, like, next attack that I hit will also start dealing some damage. So every, I believe by default it's like every 4th attack is also a critical strike. There we go. I feel like we're doing a lot of damage this match though. Maybe that's just me. Maybe it's not as much as a ranged assassin, just because I'm not gonna have as easy of a time, but we can most definitely take out the fort here, and the keep, and the tower. Actually, your ETC comes back in. He really likes that stage dive, doesn't he? Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and grab it. Using my E ability as well as my mirror images there to get out of trouble, as you may notice. Oh, nice one. There we go. He's doing so much work. I'll try and get a curse here, though. I'll try and get a curse. We should probably go over there. Okay, here we go. Cool. Alright. Crystal Aegis ready to go as well. We do still have a pretty good fight here, all things considered. We gotta be a little careful though, because we are definitely not in a super safe position here. I'm low in HP. They're all coming from the middle lane. They're all coming from the middle lane. Okay. Oh! There we go. He does go down. Walking towards the healer. Always a good idea. My ulti would be so good here. Okay, here we go. Ulti. Oh. That really didn't do a whole lot now, did it? I think I may have spammed the ability. And it immediately went to town there. There is a lot of splash damage though. Whew. A lot of splash damage coming out of a melee assassin, which is pretty cool. And it looks like we managed to get a really solid engagement once again. And with that, I think we may very well be able to start pushing for the core. I mean, if we get him, that would be game. For sure. I don't know if we have enough, though. We're gonna use the images, use Bladestorm here as well. I think we're gonna try. No particular reason not to. So my mirror images will not also be using Bladestorm. That's pretty insane. There's 10 seconds remaining here before they start respawning. We are hitting their core quite heavily here though, which is good. If we can pick up another hero, that would be making it way easier on us. Shen. That is good enough for us. Ulti isn't gonna go down just yet. Oh, I thought that was the real one here for a second. Very difficult to spot where the real one is located, to be honest with you. Although we're fighting on core, we have such a huge level lead right now that we don't really take all that much damage from any of the heroes, which makes this completely okay for us. And I think with that, we are indeed gonna be able to pick up the victory. Very, 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 very sick game. Turns out Samuro is actually really, really powerful. I enjoyed that a ton. Nice. Ew, as far as the hero damage, it turns out I did quite a little bit as well. We did 58,000 hero damage. Not quite as much as, you know, Sergeant Hammer did, but, you know, pretty similar to what Vala managed to push out. And considering this was my first game with him, I think I could probably get it a little bit higher up as well. In particular, once we, you know, get a little bit more comfortable with his abilities as well as his talent selection and all that. But all things considered, I really, really, really enjoyed that. I think that was absolutely awesome. So Samuro will be introduced in Heroes of the Storm shortly. If you are interested in seeing more Heroes of the Storm gameplay, such as for example the Brawl, make sure you hit that like button below the video, but more importantly, make sure you subscribe as well so you get a notification as soon as I upload it. Other than that, if you don't already, go ahead and follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Links are down below in the description. And other than that, I want to thank you all for watching. Have an amazing day. Do not forget to smile, alright? And I will see you in the next one.